it's Demo Donna here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create 3 different techniques using your glitter. I've got some cool backgrounds coming up for you and all of the sparkle that you need for the upcoming Halloween and Christmas holidays. Enjoy, and thanks for watching. For this first technique, I'm going to show you one of my favorite background techniques using glitter, sticker paper, and lace. Only 3 materials needed. But if you do not have any of these materials in your stash, I do have a link below in the description, and that is 4 pieces of my sticker paper here, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and then 2 pieces of lace. You're going to receive a floral lace trim and this awesome spider web. So if you don't want to go out and buy a full yard, this is a great way to play around with this technique without a big investment. Okay, so I'm going to take the backing off of my sticker paper here, lay that down, and I am going to take my spider web. Now this one has the foil printing on top. So if you're using a lace that has a foil printing and it's not all the lace material, you want to make sure that you are doing the design side up. If you stick this design side down, all of that foil is going to peel off from the top of your lace. So in this case, it's orange side up. I am going to lay this down, and I'm going to take my finger tools and just firmly press my lace onto my piece of sticker paper. So go all over, make sure it is nice and secured. Then I'm going to take my coffee filter. I'm going to take a white glitter, a light glitter, an opaque glitter, whatever you have. I'm using a fine glitter, and I'm going to pour that down. Now, whenever I'm using the loose glitter, I tell people not to have lotion on. Of course, I have lotion on. So my fingers are probably going to be a little stickier, but no lotion is always good. And then make sure you have a static-free brush or a Swiffer duster and baby wipes. Those are always great tools besides your coffee filter to have handy. Now I'm going to take my finger tool and simply rub in, and I do a little circular motion, and I'm just making sure that my glitter is going in to all the nooks and crannies around my piece of sticker paper. Once I've completed that, I simply lotion everybody. If I didn't have lotion on, they wouldn't be so sticky. Okay, pop that off. This is where your Swiffer or your static-free brush will come in handy. And I am just gonna wipe the glitter off my fingers. Okay, you're gonna simply take your coffee filter, taco that up, and dump all that glitter back. All right, and now I am left with my cool background. Now here's the neat thing. You can actually keep your lace adhered to your glitter paper. You can just trim that down and use it as an actual background. But I'm gonna use my lace as a stencil here. So I'm gonna peel this up and add another glitter color. So I am going to peel that up. There we go. Place that down on my coffee filter and decide what color I want to use. You can use black, like I did here with this one, to create a really cool background. I'm going to use a really cool purple here that I have from my stash. Again, these are fine glitters. And I'm going to take my finger tool again and just go around and rub that glitter in. A key ingredient here is making sure that lace is stuck down really well before you pour on your first layer of glitter. Now I'm going to just lift this up, tap, 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 tap. How cool is that? Now I'm taking my glitter resist brush and just wiping off any of that dark purple glitter still sitting on the top. Okay, and there you have it. A really cool background, nice and sparkly, great for Halloween cards, using your lace as a stencil, and some permanent adhesive sticker paper. Next, we are going to create a bold, sparkly border, and you can do this with probably supplies you currently have in your craft studio. So I'm taking a piece of cardstock. This is 2.5 by 8.5, and it's 65-pound weight cardstock. I'm also taking some permanent double-sided tape. This is 1.5 inch, and if you don't own this, I love my double-sided tapes. I put a link in the description to where you can scoop up a roll of this. And I am simply going to lay that down. You don't really have to center it because we're gonna trim it, but I just wanted a nice big piece. I like to have my options to trim things later, to create them first and then trim them down. So what you're gonna need for this is we are gonna create our own stencils again. So I've got 2 cute little dies. This is from a Queen & Company Halloween foundation die, but you can go ahead and scoop up little ghosts or spiders or spider webs, or skeletons would be really cute too, or pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns. You know what I mean. So I went ahead and stuck some of my 2-inch tape down to create my stencils. And once you cut them out, you're gonna peel off this protective sheet. This is what we're using for our stencils. So this now is currently totally sticky. Well, if you want to use this on another project, or even for this project, just go ahead and dip it in your glitter. I'm going to use my finger tool to rub that around. And that is a nice, fun, sparkly, permanent glitter. I'm using my finger tools to really squish that in there. Again, I am using a fine glitter from my stash, a glitter-free brush, and now I have a very cute, sparkly ghost that I can use for another project, or on this one. We will see. We'll set that guy right there. And I went ahead and cut out 3 ghosts. So I'm going to peel off 3 of my ghosts here. This is a great technique too. So for instance, when you use this on paper as a die, it's facing one way. Well, when I use this as a stencil, I could face it either way and it's not going to show any different. So now I'm going to peel this protective layer off. And now that I have this, I could save this for future use to create more die stencils. So all you would do is take your cute little dies, run them through your die cut machine, and that is how you get these little die stencils that I create. Really fun with alphabets as well. So now I'm going to take my ghosts and I'm going to have my first one going this way. And I'm just tapping it down with my finger tool. You do not want to touch your adhesive as much as possible. Try to avoid that. Then I'm going to have my next ghost going the opposite direction, and then one more going that way. Now, a great way to make sure those are nice and laid down is to use your actual tape roller. So I'm going to come in and roll my tape roller right on my little border here. Look at that. And I am gonna use it as a beautiful little border going vertically. Knowing that, I'm just gonna trim a little off here, a little off there. I'm gonna take my coffee filter and I am going to use my, do I want to do black or orange? I think I'm going to go orange. I'm going to use my orange glitter. So I'm going to sprinkle that down. And this is an orange fine glitter. Take my finger tool and I'm just going to rub back and forth right over the little stencils that I made. And they should be pushed down really nicely. Now that I've done that, wipe my little finger tools off. You could take a Swiffer if you need, or your glitter resist brush. Sometimes an old makeup brush works great for this as well. Pop this guy up. Now I'm going to wipe all my loose glitter off. Another great trick to remove that leftover glitter, and this is a good tool, take your finger tool and just wipe it off. It is going to stick to your hands, but then you can just Swiffer your hands or baby wipe your hands. Now I have no glitter remaining on those guys. And I'm going to take my retractable craft pick and I'm going to pop up my 3 stencils. 1, 2, 3. And now you can use these over and over again. And look at my cute little ghosts. Right now they're sticky. Remember, you want to avoid touching any of the adhesive as much as possible. I'm going to sprinkle on my white glitter. Take that finger tool and just rub that around. Now, if you have a lot of loose orange glitter and with your white glitter, I would just trash it instead of put it back in your jar. And you'll see when you tap it down here. So mine's not too bad, so I'm going to keep it. I'm going to take my glitter brush one more time. And there is my border. I'm just going to trim it up and figure out how I want to layer it on my card. But isn't that so cute? And you can do that with any of your awesome metal dies. Okay, so I trimmed my border here. So this is 1.5 inches by 4 1/4. And since I had white paper, if you have any white edging left over, you can just take an orange Sharpie and just go along the edge there. And that will give you a nice orange edge versus the white edge. You can see it right there. So I'm just going to do that around all 4 corners. And now I don't have any white paper exposed. All right, I'm going to stamp my stamp seine, and I'm using the Queen & Company Endless Halloween set to get these 2 dies and the stamp seine. And I'm going to first start by inking up half of my stamp with Summertime, and this is a VersaFine clear ink. And then I'm going to do the bottom of my stamp in this beautiful dark purple. And I always go lighter first, and this is Monarch. So now that I've got my ink on there, I am just going to move my dies out of the way, hover over my cardstock that I cut out, and pop that off. And now I've got a cool kind of blended sending spooky greetings with the orange and the purple. All right, now I'm going to take my craft glue and I am just going to simply add some adhesive. And I have been using this glue for probably about a year now, and I absolutely love the fine tip. I'm going to layer my stamp and my background on there. And I just am tapping that with my fingernails. This glue dries really quick. And then make sure you put your little pin back in so you don't clog up. And then I'm going to take my lovely card here and we are going to assemble it. So I cut out these border dies and I am going to adhere them. All right, so I've created my nice border here. All right, to assemble my card, I'm gonna start with an A2 card base, and I'm just simply going to layer my spider web background using my lace, and I cut out a white cardstock as well, something to layer that, kind of to pop my spider web. It was a little dark on top of the black, so I figured layering in some white cardstock in there is going to help it pop a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to take my rolly adhesive. Now that I have my base adhered, I am going to be using craft glue again to stick things to my glitter, because the glitter is not like gluing paper to paper. So the rolly adhesive was perfect for layering these two layers, but now I'm going to take my craft glue and I am simply going to add a couple of strips of my craft glue on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and layer my awesome little ghost border right up my card. And then apply a little pressure. You can also lay an acrylic block on top of this to secure that it sticks down. Next, I'm going to add this cute spider web. This is also from the Halloween foundation dies from Queen & Company. I've got my little spider that I took from the same foundation die set. And I'm just going to glue his little body down and I'm going to pop up his legs. And then my final step is to take my stamp seine. There we go. I'm going to add some epoxy dots. And there we go. Our really sparkly Halloween card, perfect for the season, showing 3 different glitter techniques. One with the sticker background and the lace as a stencil, one with the tape border and using the backing of the tape as a stencil, and then the third technique is creating a cool little glitter cutout from your dies. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, the links to the products that I used today that are available are in the description. Bye-bye.